Hello, viewers. Let's talk about church leaders. In as much as we talk about political leaders and we see their wrongdoings, let's look at church leaders. In the development of any nation, church leaders plays a major role because they have a lot of followers, and these followers goes out to influence other people. But if there is a problem with the leadership in the church, it affects the entire church. There are so many rascals today in the pulpit who call themselves leaders. They act like demigods to the people. They act with so much pride in them. They treat the people like subjects. They don't treat them as people God has given to them to shepherd. They make the people feel so lesser than human. The way these leaders talk is it's terrible. They make you feel as if you don't know who you are anymore. That is why the church is becoming a terrible place. People don't even like to go to church anymore because of terrible leaders. I just want to share with you what true leadership is all about. And I have 6 points. 6 qualities to talk about true leadership in the church. One of them is integrity. The Bible says in Proverbs 21:3, it says, to do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. As a leader, God expects you to live a righteous life and uphold justice. That is what is expected of you. As a leader, perhaps the most important quality is integrity. It is the foundation on which all other leadership qualities are built. Jesus told us to be humble. He said we should humble ourselves and live a life of integrity. And many of our pastors today live a life of integrity. Many of them have integrity. And the followers sees it and they play along with it. That's crazy. If you find your leader out there and he does not have humility in him, walk away. He's not a good leader. Humility is the second quality of leadership. Integrity and followed by humility. Very, very important. Then, the third one is flexibility. knowing how to go about your life, being able to adapt to situations, and how you handle challenges in your life. You have to be flexible about that. Leaders, good leaders, practice flexibility. They are willing to adapt to their situations and surroundings. They recognize that life can throw to them the unexpected situation or challenges. So good leaders are flexible. But instead of allowing those unexpected events to cause anger, confusion, and panic, good leaders recognize that God is present in every circumstances. That's the attitude of a good leader in the church. Then, the fourth one is resilience. Resilience. As a good leader, you must be resilient. It is a quality that comes from building up spiritual endurance to the point where you are actually thriving in challenging situations. You have to be resilient as a good leader. Resilience in Christian life can only happen when we look to Jesus. Life will always have challenges. Fight, we cannot fight. Or we cannot win. Mountains, we just cannot climb. Dark valleys with no visible way out. But in the midst of all these challenges, God's constant presence is always available. Put up the garment of resilience and don't give up. That is the quality of a good leader. Then the fifth one is stewardship. Sometimes we'll talk about stewardship, people think it's only money you can steward. No. Stewardship in every area of life. The Bible said in 1 Peter 4:10, it says, as each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good steward of God's varied grace. Your stewardship is to serve one another. So why being a good steward of your finances? You should also be a good steward in taking care of those that God has kept under your care. That is what stewardship is about. When a person with good stewardship sees people as valuable to God and steward their times and talent well, this kind of leader call out what is good and true about the people they lead, giving them instruction and encouragement in how to serve God well. That is what a good stewardship is in a leader's life. Then the last one is empathy. The Bible says in Romans 12:15, it says, be happy with those who are happy and weep with those who are weeping. How many times have you seen a family friend member sit with you when you are hurting? Have you ever received encouraging notes from someone when you needed it most? Yeah. You know, think about what it means for you to have a person who truly empathize with you during your struggle. Empathy for a good leader is simply being able to visualize yourself in someone else's position. It helps you to understand what that person is feeling. Empathy. I just wish our church leaders will understand what it takes to be a good leader in the church. Don't rule over the people. Serve the people. That is what Jesus did. Jesus said, I came not to be served, but for me to serve you. And he served us and went as far as even laying down his life as a ransom for us. Church leaders, take an example of good leadership from Jesus.